Then I'll have you find a comfortable seat for you, whichever position that means. We will be here a little bit while, so I'll have you kind of move your legs around in between. But first, I want you to settle into your seat. Grow your spine nice and tall. And breathe your natural breath. Allow your body to be breathe without thinking. Allow the previous happenings of the day and the week fade away until you come to the present moment. If you're having trouble with wandering thoughts, follow your breath as far as you can. Feel it enter in through your nostrils and travel down your throat into your lungs. Continuing to breathe without changing the breath pattern. Two more breaths. Good. And then you will tilt your chin and open your eyes. You're going to walk your hands out to a seated forward fold. So if you're on your knees, you might have to adjust. If you can't have crossed legs, that's great. If not, just a seated fold. Nice long spine. And one more breath here. Good. Now you'll slowly walk your hands back towards your body. And I want you to switch your leg position if you've been sitting crisscross. Good. Then your hands go to your knees for some spinal flex. Actually, sorry, let's start with hands on the shins for low back spinal flex. You're going to inhale and shoulders squeeze together, open your chest, and then exhale, round your spine. Nice little seated cow and cat. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And continue on your breath, your cadence. We'll start with lower back and work our way up. Two more for the lower back. And then you continue the motion with hands at your knees. Final one. Exhale, round. Then hands go to your knees. Now try and keep elbows straight. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades. Exhale, round. When we bend the elbows, we're going to be getting right back into the low back. So by keeping them straight, it helps us work mid-back. Two more like this, and then you move hands to shoulders for upper back. And then hands go to shoulders, thumbs in the back, fingers in the front. Then inhale, squeeze. Exhale, round. Again, moving at your cadence. Quickly or as slowly as you like. Two more. Good, and then return hands to your knees. Now you're going to, once again, straighten your back first and then fold forward. Walk your hands out. Feel the stretch in the low back and your hips. And then you can walk both hands over to the right side. Just get a nice little side body stretch. And hands come back to center. Then both hands to the left. And then both hands center. And walk your hands back towards your body. For some Sufi grind now, so hands to your knees. We're going to take those spinal rotations around. Inhale forward, exhale, round. Again, moving at a pace and a size of circle that works best for you. So it can be small or large, fast or slow. And 2 more circles in this direction. And then you'll reverse, go the opposite way. Maybe you need a little different pace going this direction. And we'll go 2 more times this way. And then bring yourself back to center. Hands can either stay on your knees or one hand to belly, one hand to heart for 3-part breath. So you're going to fill all the way up. Breathe deeply into your abdomen and then feel your ribs expand and your chest will lift. And as you exhale, release chest, then ribs, then your belly button moves towards your spine. And continue that breath. Inhale, expand. Belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, opposite, chest, ribs, belly button to spine. Inhale, fill up low belly. Feel your rib cage move, your chest lift, and exhale. Belly button towards your spine. And a few more breaths on your own now. The hands on your body help remind you to feel everything expanding. But if you're pretty good at feeling that expansion without your hands, I invite you to place hands on your knees and continue. And 3 more breaths like this. Final breath. Fill all the way up and exhale as much air as you can out. Good. And you're going to tilt your chin, blink your eyes open, and stretch your legs out ahead of you. Give your legs a little shake. Good. And then you're going to take your legs wide into a V. Toes flexed up to the ceiling, and then you're going to turn to one side so that your chest is right in line with your knee. I'm turned to my left side. You'll inhale, lengthen up, and then exhale, just a very soft, gentle fold. And then inhale back up. And exhale, fold. And each time, just go slightly deeper, but really allowing for that to be a very gradual increase. Inhale up. Exhale, fold a little deeper now. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, this time you're going to fold and hold. So find a nice, comfortable yet challenging position for you. And then hold right there. Feel the stretch in the back of the knee and your hamstring. Inhale and lengthen through your spine, crown of head. Exhale, release, and then walk your hands back up to center. And you'll turn over your opposite legs, my right leg, and do the same thing. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, gentle fold. And gradually working further and further. Getting a little deeper now with each fold. And you'll do 2 more before we hold. And hold in your fold this time. Find that comfortable challenge for you. And a nice big inhale, lengthen spine and crown of head. And exhale, release. And then walk your hands back up to center. Legs out ahead of you. One more time, let's give your legs a little shake. Then if you like, bend your knees. You can either keep shaking or you can take some knee circles. That can feel good after that straddle. And then you'll go the opposite direction with those knee circles. Very nice. And then you'll make your way to your hands and knees in a tabletop position. So wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips. And now you're going to bring your right leg long behind you and your left arm out ahead of you. Really firm in your core, your quads working, biceps working. Long line of energy from fingertip to toe tip. And release, tabletop position. Now your left leg back at your hip height, right arm out ahead. Reaching for opposite walls, really feeling all those muscles engage in between fingers and toes. And then back to tabletop position. One more set, right leg long, left arm out. Squeeze and feel those muscles working in between. And then return to tabletop. And left leg, right arm. Feeling that energy coursing through fingertip to toe tip. And return. Good. Now you'll tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog, and pedal your dog. And then you'll find some stillness, really press heels towards the mat, chest towards your thighs, all 10 fingers firmly pressed into the mat. Good, now bend your knees and walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold, the weights in the balls of your feet. Nice long spine. And just hang for a moment. And one more breath here. Good, now bend your knees generously and roll all the way up to standing, arms overhead. And interlace your fingers, except your index finger points, and you're gonna tick-tock side to side. And we'll go 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then back up to center. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, fold forward. Again, the weight is in the balls of your feet. This time, grab around your knees for opposite elbows if you can, and bend your knees generously so that your chest is touching your thighs. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. One more breath in. And then see if you can straighten your knees just ever so slightly. Good, now release your arms, bend your knees, and roll up to mountain, arms overhead. Hands meet, interlace your finger, accept the index, reach up, and then side bend to the left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, see if you can side bend just a little bit more. And then inhale to lengthen and keep lengthening. Keep your neck visible. One more breath. Then inhale up to standing. And exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Few breaths. Two more. Good, then inhale up to center. Reach your arms up and exhale, fold forward. Good. Now on this forward fold, I want you to reach around. Your pinkies are going to be touching underneath your heels. So lift up your heels and place your forefingers underneath them so that your pinkies are touching. And again, you can have knees bent as generous as needed to bring chest to thighs. You're going to inhale deeply, lengthen your spine. And then if you can, see if you can just straighten the knees ever so slightly and continue to straighten on your exhale. So inhale to lengthen spine. Exhale, just send a little bend out of the knees. We're not straightening all the way up. That's not the goal, but just giving ourselves a little challenge. One more breath in. And straighten the knees if you can. Release the grips under your heels. Bend your knees generous and roll up to mountain. Arms overhead. Palms face, and then sink back, sit into your chair. And hands can always come to heart center if that's a lot for you. Breathe in. Again, always lengthening spine and neck on the inhales. And again. Good, then inhale, straighten arms up. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise up. Arms overhead. Palms face, and exhale, chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, send your right foot back, warrior one. Really reach your arms up, your back foot's at that 45-degree angle, hips to the front of the room. Nice deep lunge. And if you can, get the weight of your back foot into the outer knife edge side. So this far side. Good. And a nice big inhale, reach up. And then exhale, cactus your arms. Really squeeze shoulder blades and maybe look up a little bit. Just a nice little chest opener here. Squeeze shoulder blades. Inhale, see if you can bring in a slight back bend. And then exhale, arms go up. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, warrior two. Pivot your back foot till it's parallel with the short edge of your mat. And arms reach for opposite walls. Breathe here. See if you can sink into your lunge a little bit deeper. You may have to adjust your foot stance. And moving my legs a little further apart to make my lunge a little bit deeper. And breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Good. Now both arms go to the front and you're going to pivot on the ball of your back foot for a high crescent lunge. And again, adjust your back foot as needed. Then hands go to heart center. And now you're going to inhale and lift your right knee. Inhale, right knee up to hip height. And then exhale, hinge forward into either standing stick or a warrior three. And inhale, knee to hip. Exhale, standing stick, warrior three. Inhale, knee to hip. Exhale, standing stick. Two more times. Inhale, knee to hip. Exhale, standing stick. And final time, inhale, knee to hip. Now exhale, standing stick. And then you're going to send your hands to the mat for a standing split. Again, inhale to lengthen the spine. Maybe you can kick your leg up a little bit higher, maybe not. Good, now your right foot meets your left. And stay in your forward fold. I want you to bend and straighten your legs. Just give it a nice little pedal through in a forward fold. Now both heels come to seated. Bend your knees generously, roll up to mountain, arms up. And then exhale, chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, left foot back, warrior one. Again, your back foot's at the 45-degree angle, hips to the front, hands straight up, and the weight is in the outer edge of your back foot. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest, squeeze shoulder blades, and breathe here. Maybe think about one thing or one person that really brings you joy, really brings you love. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades. And then exhale, both arms go up. And you'll inhale, reach arms. Exhale, warrior two. Hold in your warrior two. Tighten your abdomen. Reach those arms, shooting straight out from shoulder sockets for either wall. And then see if you can sink down a little bit lower into your lunge. And one more breath. Then you're going to pivot onto the ball of your back foot, both arms up, high crescent lunge. Make adjustments as needed. Hands are going to reach up first, inhale. And then exhale, hands to heart center. And now your left knee up to hip height. Inhale. And exhale, warrior three or standing stick. Inhale, knee to hip. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, knee to hip. Exhale, warrior three or standing stick. Inhale, knee to hip. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, knee to hip. Last one, exhale, warrior three. And then your hands go to the mat for standing split. Reach your leg a little higher if you can. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And your next exhale, place your left foot down. Good. Now in your forward fold, bend and straighten both knees. And then come back to your forward fold. Now you're going to bend your right knee generously and lift your right heel up. And your left heel is going to melt towards the mat, nice and firm. And just feel that nice stretch in the back of the left leg. And now you'll switch legs, so place the right foot down, left heel up, and straighten your right knee. Really breathing into the back of the right leg. One more breath. Now you'll set the left heel down, bend both knees, and slowly rise up to mountain, arms overhead. And exhale, chair. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And now send your right foot back, warrior one. Both hips to the front of the room. Inhale, reach your arms up. Then exhale, cactus your arms and straight into that slight back bend. Again, thinking of something or someone you love. Then inhale, arms up. And exhale, warrior two. Pivot your back foot. Both arms out. Firm in your core. Inhale, reach for opposite walls. Exhale. And then reverse warrior. So flip your left palm to the ceiling. Reach forward to reach back. Two breaths. Now return to warrior two. And you're going to pivot onto the ball of your back foot for high crescent lunge. You'll inhale, reach, arms up. And then exhale, slowly press your hands down and away. And then they come almost behind you. Good. You're gonna inhale, open your chest. And then exhale, wrap your arms around yourself. Breath of freedom. And if you need to lower on your back knee, you can always feel free to do that from here. Inhale, open. Exhale, wrapping around. See if you can switch the opposite arm on top each time. Almost like the cows and cats. 2 more. Good, then inhale, both arms go up. And exhale, step your right foot to your left, both arms down. And take a breath in. And out. Then nice deep breath, arms overhead. Exhale, chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, send your left foot back, warrior one. Inhale, reach your arms up. Then exhale, cactus. And a slight back bend. Now this time, try and bring in one thing you love about yourself. It could be a physical thing or personality trait. Any one thing about yourself you can think of. Now inhale, arms up. Then exhale, warrior two. Pivot your back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Both arms reaching out. Tighten your core and breathe. One more breath. And then reverse warrior, flip your right palm up, reach forward to reach back. And breathe. Very little weight on this back hand here. A half bind is always acceptable to keep that light there. One more breath. And then back to your warrior two. And then your next inhale brings you to a high crescent lunge. Adjust your footing as needed. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms go down and behind you. Then inhale, open chest. And exhale, wrap and round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And again, you can always do this from your knee if needed. Breathe in love. And breathe out everything else. 2 more breaths. Good, now inhale, arms up. And step your left foot to your right, arms by your sides, take a breath. And then inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And pedal your legs, bend and straighten. Good. Now you're going to set both heels down. Plant your hands firmly on the mat and walk your feet back to a plank position. Hold your plank for a moment. Lengthen in your spine. You can be on your knees if needed. We're going to hold just a few seconds. Really feeling that long line of energy from the heel to the crown of head now. And one more breath. Now I want you to lower all the way down to belly down Shavasana. And just rest your head comfortably on the mat, arms by your sides. Close your eyes and breathe your natural breath. Two more breaths with head on this side. And then we'll have you lay on the other cheek just to give your neck a nice equal stretch. Last breath. And now you'll turn your head to the opposite side. Nice little neck stretch. Two more breaths. Final breath. Good. And then you're going to put one arm up above your head and prop yourself onto your other arm just enough to roll to your back. Now you're lying on your back. And you're going to send your feet up to legs up the wall. So both legs up, palms down by your sides, tailbone in contact with the mat. Nice long, deep breaths. And two more breaths. Good. Now I want you to press your hands firmly into the mat as you tighten your abdomen and slowly lower your legs all the way down. Just an inch or two at a time. Really feel your abdomen working. And make it all the way down. And then you're going to plant both feet on the mat, knees up. And you cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And now what I want you to do is go ahead and give your crossed thigh, so your right thigh, a nice little massage from the hip crease all the way up to the knee. Just working in from all those lunges today. Good. And you can continue massaging, or option to reach through your legs for hamstring or shin, whatever's available. And while you're going to pull your left knee in, I want your right knee to energetically press away from your body. And shoulders stay down. Breathe. Two more breaths here. Good. Now you release your grip on your shin, and you're going to slowly plant your left foot back down to the mat, but keep your legs nice and crossed. Then you're going to take your arms into a cactus shape, and you're going to allow your right foot and left knee to fall to the mat. And then if you like, you can gaze over your right shoulder. One more breath. And now you bring your left foot back to planted, legs stay crossed. And this time, you're gonna toe heel walk your left foot till the outer edge of your mat until your knee collapses inward. So now your right foot is on top of your outer left thigh. And you can gaze up at the ceiling or across your left shoulder. Really stretching into your hip. 2 more breaths. Good. Now you're going to toe heel walk your left foot back to the center. And then uncross your right foot. Lift and lower your hips to get nice and re-centered on your mat. And then you'll cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And that nice massage to begin. Just rub from hip crease up to the knee, anywhere that feels good. And then option to stay there, or you can reach through your legs and grab for hamstring or shin. Again, pull your right knee in as you energetically press your left knee away. And breathe. Feel the nice stretch in the outer hip and glute of your left thigh. Two more breaths. Good. Now you'll release your right foot to the mat and your arms go into a cactus shape. And then you're going to allow your left foot and right knee to fall to the side as you gaze over your left shoulder. Two more breaths. And now you bring your right foot back to planted. Keep your legs crossed. And you're going to toe heel your right foot to the outside edge of your mat until your right knee collapses in. Breathe. And two more breaths here. Now you'll toe heel your feet back to center. Bring your left foot back to planted. Lift and lower your hips. Get re-centered on the mat. And then you're going to plant your hands by your sides, palms face down, and walk your heels up nice and close to your body for bridge. You're going to press feet and hands firmly into the mat. And on your inhale, you'll lift your hips. So nice big inhale and lift. And hold. The weight is in your shoulders. Glutes are nice and squeezed. Abdomen's working. Two more breaths. And then you'll slowly lower all the way down. Now bring your knees into your chest. Hug your knees and rock side to side. Now you'll return to center. Feet go planted on the mat. Palms by your sides. Second set of bridge. Press firmly into feet and hands. And then inhale, lift your hips. And if you like, you can stay here or you can clasp your hands underneath your body, and then you're going to rock up on top of your shoulder blades if you can. Press your feet firmly into the mat. Lift your hips. Feel the chest opening. Bring that one thing you love and appreciate about yourself back to your attention now. Two more breaths. And then slowly bring everything back down. Release your hands and bring them out from under you. The knees into chest. Hug your knees and rock side to side. Good, and you'll return to center. Now pick your head up. Squeeze every muscle in your body. Toes, feet, legs, arms, chest, faces furrowed. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale long and wide. Release everything. Legs about hip distance. Arms out by your sides. Palms face up. Close your eyes. And breathe your natural breath. Now allow any thoughts that come into your mind to gently fade away without giving them attention. Focus on your breath if you're having a hard time with a wandering mind. And now I want you to imagine it's a beautiful summer day. Not too hot, not too cold. You've woken up and eaten breakfast. Now is the time to go sit and enjoy the sun. You make your way outside to a comfortable seat and sit in that perfect warm sun. You breathe in and close your eyes. You feel the warmth on your skin, and with every breath you feel that warming energy enter. And as you're filled with warming energy, wash over you. Love for the universe, love for your spiritual belief, and love for yourself. And I'd like you to bask in the sun for a while I read you a poem. This poem is by Ella Wilcox, called Surrender. And when she's speaking of love, I like to think of this as your version of God, your creator, your spiritual belief. That's the love we're talking about in this poem. I also want you to keep in mind that God, that creator, that spiritual belief, no matter what it is, a part of it lives inside of you. If you're having a hard time connecting to and loving yourself, find this part of yourself instead. The part that comes from our perfect creator. Breathe in deeply, and I will begin. Love. When we met, 'twas like two planets meeting. Strange chaos followed. Body, soul, and heart seemed shaken, thrilled, and startled by that greeting. Old ties, old dreams, old aims, all torn apart and wrenched away, left nothing there the while but the great shining glory of your smile. I knew no past, 'twas all a blurred, bleak waste. I knew no future, 'twas a blaring glare. Only saw the present as a man tastes some stimulating wine and lose all care. I tasted love's elixir, and I seemed dwelling in some strange land, like no one had dreamed. It was a godlike separate existence. Our world was set apart in some far claim. I had no will, no promise, no resistance. I only knew I loved you for all time. The earth seemed foreign and afar, and we two sovereigns dwelling in a star. It was so sad, so strange, I almost doubt that all those years could come before we met. Do you not wish that we could both blot them out, obliterate them wholly, and forget that we had any part of life until we clasped each other with love's rapture thrill? My being trembled to its very center at that first kiss. Cold reason stood aside with folded arms to let the grand love enter. In my soul's secret chamber abide, its great high priest, my first love and my last. There on its altar, I consume my past. And all my life I lay upon its shrine the best emotions of my heart and brain. Whatever gifts and grace may be mine, no secret thought, no memory I retain, but give them all for dear love's precious sake, complete surrender of the whole I make. And now with every breath, imagine yourself surrendering to that warm sunlight. Imagine that sunlight guiding and protecting you. begin to bring in some natural movement for you. And as you breathe, notice if you can feel the cells inside you dancing and smiling from all that warm sun. Feel the breath moving through you. And that movement offering you sensations. And whenever you're ready, roll onto one side and hug your knees in. Take a moment to be grateful to be you. Be proud of your accomplishments. Be proud of your mistakes that have gotten you to where you are today. And when you're ready, bring yourself to a comfortable seat. And eyes closed. Inhale, arms overhead, palms meet. And then you'll reverse your palms face out. And with intention, press the air around you away. And think to yourself, I am enough. I am worthy. I am enough. I am worthy. Good. And then hands to heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide today. I honor and appreciate the light inside of you. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Christy. That was awesome.